Everyone knows that Epic is messing up their game right now, but I'm going to throw my opinion into the mix that no one asked for. There isn't an exact goal for this video other than to showcase and get the word out so that even more people know. It is just a pile up of all the recent mistakes Epic has been making. With this quick recap, I'm hoping that everybody will be able to get more knowledge on the situation and be able to get more publicity out there so that Epic might actually listen to the community once and for all. Also, a quick reminder, I have a Discord where we host Zone Wars, and now we are branching out to a huge number of things. So if you're interested, go to the description down below and join up. Other than that, let's get right into the video. This was a fairly old change that most players have already adapted to already, but it's a huge discussion in itself. Siphon and Aegis rewards players that play aggressive. This playstyle made the game playable. Without it, the game just feels a lot slower and less enjoyable. Without it, it just bumps up RNG and makes farming materials a bigger part of the game. Their objective was to make arena and place where pros will play and make regular games where casual players will play. However, it seems good on paper, but it executes very poorly. The main reason being that no one wants to try hard 24/7 in this game. This counts for pro players and casuals, making the change really annoying for pro players who just want to goof around for a little bit. They go from a constant rush to constant farming, which isn't that entertaining, and this was a huge mistake on Epic's end. The removal of Stretch was a huge factor into the community's outrage. Primary reason is that they lied to the whole community with it. Also, not to mention that many players had to change their whole entire muscle memory in order to adjust. They said that their main reason to removing it was to balance the game and to remove random advantages, which in a certain perspective is fair enough, but many players enjoy the game with higher FOVs, and that's why the community screamed for an FOV slider. This feature wouldn't have been perfect, but it would have been sufficient enough to get what the players wanted, but they gave us the exclamation that an FOV slider would bring poor performance and motion sickness to players that will get that. Well, this was an absolute lie. The first part is that games run better on an FOV of 90 and not 80, which is the current FOV of Fortnite. And the second part being that people are already getting motion sickness from the current FOV anyways. This was a huge lie, and this lie is why Epic pretty much messed up, and they need to be massively criticized on it. You can't just lie to the whole entire community and get away with it. My biggest point here on why Epic is messing up is that they lied again to us, along with the competitive scene becoming torture. They are constantly changing the meta of the game, most recent examples being the drum gun being reintroduced and Tilted plus retail being destroyed, which is making the competitive scene worse and worse. Although this could have easily been overlooked as most scenarios, but this isn't a normal scenario. There is life-changing tournaments around the corner that is going to be requiring players to play in this mess of a meta. This is why these changes are a huge issue. Of course, people will adapt to these changes, but the mass amount of adaptation is crazy. Every update changes the game massively, and players are going to have a hard time keeping up with it. Although this is bad enough, it gets worse. Epic last summer announced that they were not going to make any game-changing updates before tournaments in the future. Now next to the World Cup, and now they're changing the game constantly. That is altering how everything is played. First the stretch, then the drum gun, and now the destruction of huge POIs. This lying and unforgivable actions are disastrous to Epic. Now that you are further educated on the wrongdoings of Epic, what is your opinion? Do you think that Epic's doing the right choices, or have they gone too far? Leave that in the comments for us to discuss about. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace, guys.